Who's ready for an O drive? I reckon pick me. I'm in for one. Oh, aren't I lucky? I hope that you're also feeling lucky. So here are O drives, or cumulative frequency graphs. O drive sounds a lot cooler, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so here we are. Cumulative frequency of a class, blah 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 blah. Okay, so cumulative, if we accumulate, we're adding. Do you remember that in finance mathematics we said A equals P 1 plus I to the n? We're like, cool, P was the principal value, A was the accumulated value. So it's what we added up. Nope, we are not going to do finance mathematics and the money. Where's my. Anyway. But we are going to think of accumulating, adding up. Okay, so let's have a look, and they're going to look like. You can read through all this, we'll come back to it, but it's going to look like an S. Great S, that is. But it's actually going to look something like that. So we're given, let's have a look what we got here. 120 pupils write a test. They get somewhere between 0% and 100%. Right, makes sense so far. And we're going to draw a cumulative frequency graph. So between 0 and 10, nobody got between 0 and 10. Excellent. So far, up to 10, how many people have we had? Well, we haven't had anyone. Now, between 10 and 20, excluding 10, including 20, but I'm just going to say between 10 and 20, we can see what's included, excluded. So between 10 and 20, we had 2. So far, how many people have we got all together? Well, we've seen 2 people so far. So in other words, there are 2 people that got less than or equal to 20. Okay, let's maybe these colors will up. So now let's see in this block, how many people have got less than or equal to 30? We've got another 6 that got between 20 and 30. So altogether we've had 8 pupils that got less than or equal to 30. And so we can go. Altogether, those people that have got less than or equal to 40, well, we had 8 that got up to this point, up to 30. We've got another 7 that got up to 40. So far we've had 15. I'm going to say it like that one more time. People who got less than or equal to 50 for this test are all the people that got 0 to 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 and up to 50. So far, if we added all of these up, 0 plus 2 plus 6 plus 7 plus 14, well, we've kind of been keeping track of it as we go along. So 15 plus another 14 mean 29. And clearly we're just adding these up. So we're going 29 plus 20 is 49. 49 plus 35 is 84. 84 plus... No, something's wrong, right? I can't count. Oh, right, I can count. 49 plus 35. Do you know what? Just in case, why don't we just pull... Oh, well, that's disappointing. I wanted to pull up the calculator. I guess I can just click it here. So, yeah, we've got our calculator ready, and we go, okay, well, 49 plus 35. Oh, 84. Let's not second guess ourselves. There it is. And then we're going plus another 29 equals 113 plus 6, 119. Now, right at the end, there are 120 pupils, so we know that we should have 120 people who got less than or equal to 100%. And 119 plus 1 gives us 120. So it all matches up. Excellent. Let's minimize and get rid of that. Disappointing. So, where were we? So we filled in our frequency, our cumulative frequency. So I've asked you now, how many pupils got less than or equal to 80? Well, here we go, less than or equal to 80, 113. How many people got greater than 50? Well, it's all of these people. So greater than 50, they must have got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So 29 people got less than or equal to 50. So therefore, 120 minus 29 gives you 91. So 91 pupils must have got greater than 50. Okay, so now let's draw our... Wait, one last question. How many pupils got less than or equal to 85? It's going to be hard to tell because we know that 113 got less than or equal to 80 and 119 got less than or equal to 90, but we don't know what's happening in between there. Ojive to the rescue. So let's plot those points and see if I can see them here. So between 0 and 10 we had 0. So nobody got nothing. Up to 10 there were still no pupils. 2 pupils got up to 20. So up to 20 we've got 2 pupils. Now this goes up in 2, so that dot's going to be there. 8 pupils got up to 30. So up to 30 we should only be up to 8, because remember, here we can see this is our pupils and this is the mark. Okay. We've got, when we head to 40, we've got 15. So those that got 40, they're 15 pupils. And so we can keep plotting. So up to 50, we've got 29 pupils. 50, 29's about there. 60, 49. 60, 49. There we go. Now we should get a big jump here. The 49 up to 70, 84. Up to 70, 84. There we go. 113 for the next one. 113 is about there. 119. And finally, 100%. Well, everyone got less than or equal to 100%. So there we go. That's the 120, the 120 pupils, and everyone got less than or equal to 100%. And final bit of the puzzle, we're going to join all these dots in a nice curvy line. My curvy line is not great. And there we go. There's our curvy line. Now clearly at the top here, it shouldn't go above there. So there we go. So now we can ask ourselves a few questions. How many pupils got, we said 85 earlier. So let's have a look. 85. So here's 85 over here. So if we look up at 85, it's there. So 85, if we read across, gets about here. So it looks like 116, right? 116. So we can say that 116 pupils got less than 85. And now we can kind of get fairly accurate from our ojive. Okay, one thing I want to look at to finish off this video, and that is, what about Q1, Q2, Q3? So Q1, what percentage of pupils lie in the first quarter? Well, the first quarter is 25%. So if we've got 25%, there are 120 pupils altogether. So what's 25% of 120? Well, a quarter of 120. Because remember, these are quarters. Quarter of 120. Well, 4 goes in there 30 times. So 30. So if we look across here, we can find Q1. So if we look across there, it gets us to just about there. So if we look down, I reckon that's sitting about here at 52. Does it match our data? Yeah, it does. So 52. That's Q1. Quarter of the way into our data. 30 pupils in, we're at 52. Okay, what about Q3? Well, for Q3, we're 3 quarters into the data. So we're 3 quarters into 120 pupils. So we're at 80. Are we? 40, 80, 120. Oh, that makes sense. So now we look, what's happening across here at 80? Well, my one looks at about there. Looks like we're on about 68. So Q3 is 68. Now you might have drawn your S a little bit more accurately than my one. So your one might be, say, 67 or 66. It's definitely going to be lower than, where we? 70. So that seems about reasonable. 68. And our median, well, 60 into the data. we can read across here and see, well, 60 into the data, I read on my graph to be about there. So this bit here, we can say that's our median. And our median sitting, where's that? 62, give or take. So 62 is the median mark, because half the pupils got less than 62 and half of them got greater than 62. Well, maybe somebody got 62. Okay, there we go. So there's our ogive. So onwards, upwards, next we're doing variation, variance at least, and standard deviation. Okay, where's our